That was 7 months ago with 3,000 hits never far from his thoughts. Says Ripken, the last 100 hits haven't come so easily, mainly because you're thinking about it all the time. Ripken 3 shy of the magical feature as he took the field at their Metrodome, the place where Dave Winfield got to 3,000 and where Eddie Murray got to 3,000. Cal's 2,800th career game, 3 hits away from the magic number. Bounces here in the top of the first. Corey Koski throws him out, so Ripken's still at 2,997. Top 4, Ripken another chance. Base hit to right, so he's now at 2,998. Top 5, and Ripken do it again. High bouncer, no play. That's an infield single. It counts just the same. He is 1 away from 3,000. Ripken now on deck in the 7th, moments away from his first crack at 3,000.
Line drive, base hit, center field. There it is. His legacy of greatness continues. Welcome to the 3,000 hit club, baseball's Iron Man.
Hector Carrasco was a pitcher. It was a 1-0 pitch. Ripken becomes the 24th player in Major League history to get to 3,000 hits. Congratulated by his teammates. Shares the ball and then gets a curtain call from the Minnesota crowd. Oh, by the way, the O's won it by the score of 6-4. Ripken 3 for 5. His first hit came all the way back on August the 16th, 1981 off Dennis Lamb. Ripken's legacy was already assured, but after 3,000 hits, Ripken has just about done all there is to do.
3,000 hits, as I said, before it happened, in hopes that it would happen, was really symbolic of being able to be productive and play for a long time. And that was always important for me, to get to the big leagues but have a big career and play. I didn't imagine it would be so tough to get those last 9 hits, though, but it seemed like the switch was on inside of me, and it wouldn't turn off for a while. But it was a phenomenal experience, one that I'm really glad that it's over. Didn't work out this time where you could actually do it in Baltimore, but I've gotten a lot of hits in Baltimore, so I've been able to celebrate a lot of special things with the hometown folks. So I'm happy that I got a few hits tonight.
Ripken just the 7th player in history to get 3,000 hits in the A's of the Red Sox. Pedro Martinez on the hill, and you know what that means. Ben Grieve, bring him up, sit him down. Pedro struck out 9 7 innings of work. Bottom of the 2nd, 3-1 Boston. It's Brian Daubach. The double off Tim Hudson. Darren Lewis comes in to score. Trot Nixon trots in to score. Daubach 2 for 5, drives in 3. All Boston, 14-2. Pedro gave up just 2 runs and 5 hits in 7 innings. He's now 3-0. Mendoza, he can do many things. Beltran, down he goes. Mendoza struck out 5 in the game. Bottom 1, no score, 2 men on. It's Shane Spencer. Way back and gone for his 4th of the year. It's 3-0 Yanks. How about Mendoza? Still cruising. This is not the mighty Quinn. Mike Quinn, down he goes. Brian Johnson, down he goes. Then Quinn will go down again. Mendoza perfect through 6, 18 up, 18 down. Carlos Fabulous in the 7th, however. Off of plate, Bellinger in there for the injured Scott Brocious. That's a base hit, just off his glove. So Mendoza 6 2/3, gives up 2 hits. Yanks go on to win by the score of 7-1. Mendoza now has pitched 10 1/3 this season, giving up 3rd, throws up 1 zip. 1 on for Al Martin. Out of here, 2nd of the year, Pods up 2-1. Very next man up is Damian Jackson. Jose Lima having some big-time problems. That's a home run. His 1st of the year, Pods up 3-1. Now it's Brett Boone. 2 men aboard. Base hit. Phil Nevin comes in to score. The Padres go on and win by the score of 5-3. 8 of the Pods' 9 starters each had a hit. Eddie Taubensee. That is a bomb over the wall and right. His 1st of the year. 2-run shot. Reds up 2-0. Bottom 5, men on for Gary Sheffield, and there that one goes. Dodgers up 3-2. Sheffield's 4th of the year. Top 7, 2 outs, tied at 3. Taubensee again.
And there goes the ball.
Double down the right field line. Scorer is Larkin. Ken Griffey Jr. also trying to score. Play at the plate. Developing situation in there. Reds go on to win 5-4. Taubensee matching his career high with 4 RBIs. Scott Williamson got 2 outs in relief for the win. Dodgers' 5-game winning streak is over. D-backs of the Giants, Bonds, Barry Bonds in the bottom of the first. Career home run number 450. 1-0 Giants. Then a situation in the 4th inning. Kelly Stinnett to left. Short wall at this new ballpark. Bonds going back. Going back, we have shades of Jeffrey Mayer. The guy caught it, the fan caught it, threw it back. And, you know, as you watch it again, the fan who wrecked the play for Bonds was wearing a Barry Bonds jersey. Oh, he gave it back, too late. Home run counts for Stinnett. Giants go down. Final score was 7-4. Giants in the throes of a 7-game losing streak, their worst run since '96. They've now lost 5 in a row at home. Todd Stottlemyre went 5 innings to improve to 3-0 on the year.
Rangers and Indians, game 2 of 3 at the Jake. Top of the first, Bartolo Colon is struggling. Gabe, the Babe Kapler, punches the ball to right. He's only hitting 5 trips, drives in 2, though. Rafael Palmeiro, David Segui. Colon surrendered 5 in the first. Bottom of the 6th, Jim Thome. New baseball, $8. That's a history-making home run. 4th of the year, 200th. Thome's career, his team down 6-4. Bottom of the 9th, John Wetland on the mound, and Sandy Alomar Jr. That would be your simple fly ball, high sky, but Kapler hauls it in. Texas wins at 6-4. First save of the season for Wetland. Texas for the 2nd straight day of winter. Expansion class of 77. Mariners, Blue Jays, top of the first. A rod. That's going to find a gap. Mark McLemore, Stan Javier coming around to score. Mariners lead at 2-zip. Top of the 6th, bases are juiced. Edgar Martinez in a box. And Edgar, he doesn't have just 1, 2, 3, or 4 career grand slams. He has 5. We need a bigger ballpark. Mariners win it large, 17-6. M's beat the Jays for the 7th straight time. Martinez Granny was his 200th career home run.
And the Tigers, Dwight Gooden, the Tampa Bay native, making his Tampa Bay debut. But here, Bobby Higginson to center. Gerald Williams, efforting, great effort. He was okay. Top of the 8th. It's a base hit. Miguel Cairo to 3rd. Dave Martinez had the hit. Throw gets away, and Cairo comes in to score. And Tampa Bay wins it by the score of 7-zip. 6 shutout innings from Gooden, his first win since last July. Says Gooden, I never doubted my ability. Once I do that, it's time to hang up my spikes. Anaheim beats the White Sox 3-1.
Cubs and Marlins, little sandlot they call Wrigley Field. And cue the Three Stooges. Cubs down 1-zip with the bases loaded. Mark Grace. Just a shallow fly ball, but then the fun starts. Eric Young tags, scores. Mike Redmond's throw, second, not in time. Luis Castillo tries to double off Sammy Sosa and hits the dugout. Ricky Gutierrez would score. Later in the top of the 5th, 3-2 Cubs. Ryan Dempster trying to come back, but how about Sammy? Oh, he can hit, and every once in a while, he gets a little glove on it. Cubs win it by a count of 4-2. Scott Downs, 4 hits in 7 innings, his 2nd big league appearance, his 1st win. Rick Aguilera, a perfect 9th.
Just $1.50 the average before the game, and looky here. Way back for his first home run of the season. Brewers up by the score of 3-1. Top of the 8th, Brewers still up 3-1. Kilvio Veras doing some things we didn't think he could do. Is that going to go? It is. First of the season, ties the game at 3. Bottom 8, run on 2nd. Jeremy Brunitz, whoops, under the glove of Andres Galarraga. Mark Loretta scores a go-ahead run, and the Brewers go on to win 6-3. Loretta, the Brewers hitting star, going 3 for 4. Says Loretta, who hit .290 last year, but had the awful start. After you've gone through enough rodeos, so to speak, you kind of tend to trust yourself and realize that it always comes back. Mets Pirates, Jimmy Anderson, the rookie, was great. Jay Payton, down he goes.
Good job.
Anderson, 5 strikeouts in 8 innings. Meanwhile, Derek Bell
Fly ball right center field.
coming in. Great catch, still scoreless. Bottom 7, Brian Giles on first. Lennon Rush had it going on until this. Kevin Young, 2-run home run, his 2nd of the year, and that was that. Pirates win a 2-zip. Anderson, the rookie, gave up 5 hits in 8 innings, and Mike Williams pitched the 9th. Rush was great for the Mets in his first start, but still got the loss.